Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joey's Retro Newscast. It is Friday, so here is all of your retro gaming, retro handhelds, and gaming news. Now, this is going to be the last newscast of the year until next year. I don't know exactly when we'll be back, but we'll be back in probably the first or second week of January. So, have a happy holidays, have a Merry Christmas, have all of that fun stuff. Play some games. That's what the break is for. Let's get into some news. There is a new DEmul. DEmul, is that how you say it? DEmul build. It's a Dreamcast emulator that hasn't been updated in 7 years, but it focuses on Naomi and Hikaru emulation. And we just got a new update that gives it better arcade Hikaru emulation. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, you might want to check it out because it's been updated. It's been 7 years. It's cool. We finally have Xbox 360 emulation on Android through AX360E. Now, before you get super excited, this is very, very alpha state. A lot of things pretty much will not run, will not turn on, will not open, none of that. So just be aware of the state of this. However, it is very cool to see 360 emulation come to Android in any form. So this is good news. Personally, I'm waiting for someone to be able to play Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon. If I can get either of those emulated on Android, I will be super happy. But yeah, so if you want to check it out, it is AX360E. There is a free version for testing. It is meant for testing, so make sure you provide your feedback if you're going to do it. And yeah, we'll see how this grows over time. There is a new version of CEMU on Android, version 0.3. And for those of you that aren't familiar with it, there isn't a changelog. So I don't exactly know what is new, what has changed, all of that sort of thing. I have seen little things pop up here and there of quality of life improvements, but I can't confirm any of it because there's no changelog. One thing I did see is that this does have Pretendo support. So you can connect to other Wii U's and all of that through the Pretendo network with CEMU on Android. That's pretty cool. It's nice to see this still getting updates. It's been a while since the last one. So yeah, more CEMU updates, always good, especially since we have the Thor now. So it's great. Citron has released a build with Snapdragon 8 Elite support. Like Eden that did it previously, now Citron has it as well. This is a specific build only for 8 Elite devices. So if you are interested in that, or if you have an Odin 3 that's arrived and you want to test it out, all of that fun stuff, that's the build that you want to grab. I have not personally tested this out. I don't know exactly what's changed, what's new, what's fixed, all of that. So if you do play with it, report back. Let us know how it's going. Last on the software news, and there is a new app that I wanted to highlight called the Pixel Guide app. And basically, it lets you download and import guides onto your Android device. This works out really well with the AYN Thor because you throw it up on the second screen and it'll download whatever guide of whatever game you're playing, and then you can use that guide with the game. That is pretty cool. There's a lot of features here with support of TXT, HTML, PDF, maps and charts, offline access if you want that, table of contents, in-guide text searching, whole bunch of things. So for somebody who uses guides a lot with games, this is a godsend. I have not yet tried it out. I'm planning to, but I figured there'd be a lot of people interested in this, so I want to highlight it on the newscast. Okay, so question of the week. Steam sale is happening right now. Have you bought anything? Or is there anything on your list that you plan on buying? I went a little crazy with the Steam sale. I've had a lot of things on my list waiting for historical lows that I use gg.deals to track. There is there any deal as well, but I like gg.deals interface better if you needed a site to do all of this. And so I bought a lot. Live Alive, Tactics Ogre Reborn, Star Ocean, The Second Story R, Detroit Become Human, that was like $5 Canadian. It's like $4 US. If you want to buy something with a good story, Detroit Become Human, really cool. Kingdoms of the Dump, which is a new turn-based indie game, seemed cool. Metal Slug Tactics, which I like tactics games. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo, that has been on my list forever. Quartet, I've heard a lot of good things about Quartet this year. It's like I don't think it's RPG Maker, but it's like an indie turn-based type of game. Red Dead Redemption, because I didn't have it for whatever reason. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. I've had this on my list forever too. I want to check it out. I have not played a romancing game before, so I want to play it. Cuphead and the Delicious Last Course. I have this on Xbox Game Pass or their Xbox service. I want to grab it on Steam, so had to grab it here. Kena, Bridge of Spirits. Looked cool. I played the demo a long time ago. Wanted to try it out. Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I love Final Fantasy VII. I've never played Crisis Core. I probably should. Zero Escape, the Nonary games, and Zero Time Dilemma, all three. So yeah, I've played a little bit of them. I want to jump back in. Those games are right up my alley for visual novel style. Dragon Quest Builders 1 and 2. There was a nice little bundle deal, and I loved Dragon Quest Builders, so I had to buy it. Rogue, Prince of Persia, and Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Those were all the games. Actually, I lied. Then I bought Shinobi, Art of Vengeance, because I had to. And then Divinity Original Sin 2 was on sale for $12, and it included the original Divinity Original Sin and 2. And yeah, I went a little overboard. Like I said, I like games, and I play them, so it doesn't, I don't really care. I'll buy them and play them. There is still some games on my wish list that I did not buy. So let me know in the comments what you bought or what you're eyeing to buy. Maybe my list gave you a little bit of motivation, ideas. That's the word I'm looking for, ideas. We now have pricing for the Anbernic RG477V, and I was both right and wrong with my guesses. I was right because I guessed that it would be about $230-ish, and it will be $220 after the 72 hours when it goes up on sale. It is expected to go up on sale in 17 hours from when I'm recording this, which is December 20th at 2 a.m. PST. So it'll be $199 for 72 hours, and it'll jump up to $220 after that, and whatever. There is 2 SKUs, 8 gigabytes of RAM and a 12 gigabyte RAM option. The 12 gigabyte RAM option is $240 for 72 hours, and then it jumps up to $260. So my thoughts here are, I don't know much about this handheld. I have no idea what it does and all of that. I mean, I know generally what it does because of the same processor and all of that. 477V, it's going to be the same as the 477M, all of that. It's just vertical. Now, $199, yeah, it's fine. Look, my issue with this always goes back to it's a Dimensity processor, not a Snapdragon processor. If this was a Snapdragon equivalent processor for $199, that's a steal of a deal. That's awesome. Because it's a Dimensity, that means that it is not endgame for not me at least, but I don't know about a lot of people. So that means that at some point, this does get replaced with a better device. And you could argue that most devices do get replaced, but with a Snapdragon, there's less of a chance of that happening because you have the top end. That's why OLED and Snapdragon and all of that are sought after, is because people don't want to buy a device again after that. Whereas with a device like this, not OLED, not Snapdragon, you're going to buy another one. That being said, I am actually interested in this. I'm going to buy one. I'm going to check it out. I don't know why I'm interested in it. I think it looks pretty cool from what I've seen in the pictures and all of that. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the 477V. Let me know in the comments what you think. Retroid Pocket 6 pricing has been reset. It is now $229 for some reason. Back to $10 more expensive than the G2. So unfortunately, it's more expensive than the G2. But we're back in the same scenario where even at $10 more than the G2, it is still worth a king's ransom over the G2. OneX Player has announced their pricing for the Super X. And if you don't remember what this is the Asus Flow Z13 competitor. So it's a big Windows tablet with a keyboard and all of that, but it has the Max Plus 395 processor inside of it. Also, this one has the Max 385 processor. That starts at $1899. For the 32 gigabyte, 1 terabyte Max 385 version, goes all the way up to $2,700 for the Max Plus 395, 128 gigabyte, 1 terabyte option. Then there is also liquid cool options that are like $60 more than the non-liquid cool. So you have a whole bunch of options here. I don't know who's going to buy this. I would probably just grab the Flow Z13 in comparison to this, but if you are looking for something like this, a competitor to the Flow Z13, then this looks like a decent option, so check it out. AYN has provided an update on the Odin 3 Ultra shipping, which, holy, that is a lot of money to spend on a device. So I hope that you people get your device for the amount that you spent on an Ultra one. The estimated shipping window of it now is going to be mid-January. I would suggest that you expect end of January. But the reason being is the shortage of memory in the market right now because of the price increases on memory, which I'm sure everybody is aware of, and all of that. So they gave two options here for customers. So if you would like to exchange your Mult Ultra for a Max model, you can do so, or you can keep your existing pre-order and it'll just be shipped whenever it's shipped. So yeah, if you have an Odin 3 Ultra coming, you should just be aware that it's going to be a little bit delayed. Okay, last device news of the day, and Mangmi, the new Pocket Max that is going to be upcoming with the Snapdragon 865 that we are aware of, is going to have a 7-inch, 144 hertz OLED HDR screen. That's kind of awesome. So we don't have any competitors to the Odin 2 Portal for screen size. There is the Logitech G Cloud, which is at this point pretty much I'm not going to say obsolete because it's not, but it's old. It's old. Then we have the Absolute One Pro, which it's kind of bad spec-wise. And so then there's the Odin 2 Portal. That's it. So if Mangmi can come in here with 144 hertz, 7-inch OLED screen, and they price it properly, which I think at this point it would have to be low 200s max, like 220 would be the max that you could do on an 865 7-inch OLED 144 hertz HDR screen, I think. I'm very curious to see. Apparently it has full-size controls and all that. I'm not sure what else we're going to have on here, but I'm interested in this. Mangmi has my confidence right now after the Mangmi Air X. So I'm very curious to know and see what they're doing with the Pocket Max, because I just want them to come and disrupt the market. I just want them to come in and be doing things that others are not doing. And this is a good example of that. A 7-inch screen in a price point that we do not have 7-inch screens would be very good. Since it's the last newscast of the month, I do want to remind you, we do have Game of the Month, which is Metroid Prime for the GameCube. We have ROM Hack of the Month, which is Super Mario Eclipse for also the GameCube. And we have Game of the Season, which is just ending now, and that is The Legend of Dragoon. So if those games sound good to you, you should come play. You have a few weeks left in the month. And then we're going to be voting on the new Games of the Month for January, as well as Game of the Season. So if that all sounds interesting to you, you want to vote on what games to play, come join the Discord. That's what we're doing. Okay, and last news of the day, Pokemon Decimation Chapter 5 is now out. This is a ROM hack or fan game, I believe. Fan game, I think. And it has a whole bunch of content, more Pokemon up to Gen 9. There's even Fakemon and a whole bunch of other things. So if that sounds interesting to you, you should check it out. That's going to be it for this one. I wanted to get this newscast done because my vacation starts as soon as I'm done with the newscast. So I will see you all in January. I do have a few videos that are lined up, so you'll be able to see some stuff, including on Sunday, my year in gaming. So you get to see all the games that I played this year, and I'm going to rank them for you. That sounds fun. Appreciate you all for watching, and that's all from me, Door, Michigan.